Hello, Scorpios. Welcome to Bear Food Mama Intuitive Reading. It has been a little while, so I'm really happy to be here. Thank you for being patient while I figure out my recording schedule after school started. It's a whole new thing, but I should be able to post more regularly. That being said, I'd like to offer an extension on the free reading for this month. So instead of announcing it on 9/9, I'll be announcing it on 9/19. So there's still time to win a free reading this month, seeing as I didn't offer a lot of chances for people to enter. That being said, again, I'm super happy to be here. A few things have changed on our altar space. There's this lovely aroma, like, what is it called? Essential aromatherapy. And it has frankincense, cedarwood, and sandalwood and jasmine, Scorpio. And then there's a little rattlesnake rattle, crazy, and a butterfly wing. Butterflies are wonderful for transformation or wonderful symbols of transformation. And a little acorn. What I love about acorns is that a whole giant tree comes from this little tiny seed. So that being said, let's get started. I'm being drawn to the mala beads here. And mala beads, there's 109. They represent the different, I think, planes of existence. And you say a mudra, or not a mantra, sorry, a mantra, and just repeat it for each bead, counting meditation style. So maybe you need a mantra to develop a mantra for this week. I'm also being drawn to this labradorite heart. We have the Ten of Pentacles showing up right away at the bottom of the deck, and I kind of want to just keep that out. Let's just do that. All right. Spirit, please protect this reading. Send any negative energy back to sender, transmuted tenfold for the greatest good of all and harm to none. Archangel Michael, please bring clear, concise messages through for my Scorpio collective. And Mother Mary, please bless these messages with compassion. Kali, please cut any negative energetic cords associated with energies or entities that are no longer serving our highest good. Send them on to the next greatest plane of existence to finish out their karma there and burn the karma sticks associated with these connections in the violet alchemical flame of Saint Germain. Amen, amen. So mote it be. I love that our prayer has gotten continuously more inclusive. The alchemist prayer. So the Ten of Pentacles is your home, hearth, happiness, health, wealth, family. What brings you abundance? And I'm being reminded of an interview with Bob Marley where somebody asks him about whether or not he's rich, and he says, how do you define rich? And his point is that he's surrounded by people he loves. The money is not the answer. King of Cups reversed. What is that? And the Hermit reversed? Okay. The Magician. Why? You may have a Virgo or another Scorpio manifesting against you. There's a sense of projection here as well. Who is this? Is this you? It could be an Aquarius. The Star reverse, the Wheel of Fortune reverse. So look, there is something here that you've been manifesting, but you've been manifesting the inverse of this. I don't know why. The law of opposites is real. Sometimes we attach ourselves to an outcome, for instance, and the attachment to the outcome, we have celebration reverse. Are all these cards reversed? They aren't. It's just there's a lot that I'm pulling up reversed. We attach ourselves to the outcome, and the vibration of this attachment from the ego space creates a signal to the universe that you desire this thing, and in desiring it and being in a state of desire, you are establishing the energy of want or distance or separation. So it's like you have exactly what you're trying to manifest, and it's like you're on top of it, literally. But because of the attachment that you have to the outcome or to what is currently in your life, like that, it's just the attachment that is creating the feeling of it not being there. It's literally just that feeling. It could be that, like, it could be that you're in a secure connection or in a secure environment with people who love you, and you just grew up in a space where you learned to believe that people were gonna leave, or that you weren't gonna get your needs met. I'm gonna move this so you can see just a little bit better. And because of this, like, there's still that subconscious expectation. So there's just some shadow work to do here, which is, fine. It's great. I feel like everything's good, and the universe is trying to comfort you and tell you, like, it's all good. You're good. You're okay. What's in the past? The Page of Cups, King of Pentacles reverse, Two of Wands. Yeah. Okay, so especially if as a child you grew up in some form of poverty, like your parents had to go to work. So many of our parents, right, had to do that. And we were in daycare or left alone, or left with a relative or whatever. Because they were trying to provide. It's like you, as a kid, Page of Cups, emotionally learned some form of attachment, potentially more to like ideas, limerence, maybe even this sort of theme has been coming up for me around like emotionally unavailable connections. How if you grew up with like an insecure attachment style or like a disorganized attachment style, it can be tempting to attach ourselves to people who are emotionally unavailable. One, because that's familiar, and two, because there's sort of a self-fulfilling prophecy there, where around, like, if you have those subconscious expectations that things aren't going to last, this emotionally unavailable person is going to like solidify that expectation for you in a way that's like self-sabotage if you're wanting something more secure, and also self-validating from the point of view of that insecure like young child within you. And I have this feeling that you see this pattern, Two of Wands, and you're like, okay, what do I do about this? So we have shadow work and manifestation. This magician right here is talking to me. I think this is really interesting about words, about the power of your words, about the power of your spell casting, your ability to speak things into existence. You have the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, the Star reverse, and the King of Cups reverse. Your emotions right now are the source of any it's not even your emotions. Your whatever you're closing yourself off to emotionally is the source of this inverse manifestation. And I don't know what you're closing yourself off to emotionally. Let's see. Five of Swords. Okay. Verbal abuse. You may have been verbally abused by somebody. Yeah, you could be coming through the difficulties of that. It could also be maybe a little bit of a challenge right now for you to work in concert with others. Like you've been in your own sort of world for a while. My right ear's ringing, so confirmation. Um, you've been in your own world for a while. And the number five on the Five of Swords, five indicates change. So this is change in the way you think, in the way you speak, in the way you receive verbal information from other people and external sources. And I think that this is your recognition of your ability to speak things into existence, as well as other people's ability to do that, and where projection sort of leaves off. So you may have been internalizing, if you experience verbal abuse, you may have been internalizing those verbal like comments, those comments from other people. It could even just be something as simple as like, as a kid you were told you weren't ever going to be able to, I don't know, be a ballerina or something, and you internalize that and like gave up on your dream of becoming a ballerina to become an accountant, and now emotionally you're like, I am so unfulfilled in this role in my life, I would like to change it. And I listened to something from Louise Hay, like Abraham Hicks this morning, Abraham Hicks, about how, like, this very concept about how when we are desirous of something or wanting something, um, we are creating a vibration in our sort of virtual decision space between the external world and how we experience our internal reality. There's like a little like layering of perceptions from preconceived notions that come on, like graft themselves onto like the experience as it's being processed in our brains, right? And what's being grafted onto your experience is lack, King of Pentacles reversed, also like worth being associated solely with money, that Bob Marley thing we're coming back to, right? And finding, like, say this is your metaphorical accountant job after you gave up your ballerina dream, you're finding that while you're successful, you didn't enjoy the journey. That's this card. And I think the guy at Minnow Pond, Chris Reck, he says that all the time. This about this card specifically is that this guy made it to the finish line but didn't enjoy the race, essentially. So you're here, Ten of Pentacles, with all the potential to enjoy this race, and the work here is emotional. Back to the Louise Hay, Abraham Hicks thing. This guy talks about how he wants to go to Seattle and he likes the clean air there and he likes the trees and the lakes and the forests and all of that. And when he gets down into the emotional work, as Abraham being channeled through Louise Hay guides him into the emotional work, it's like, okay, you like the trees, you like the air, but there's air and trees here. So like emotionally, what's going on here? We learn that this man met a man in Seattle who he believes to be the one. So like it comes down to him getting into the emotional truth of wanting to go to Seattle, not because of the setting being as romantic as all that, but because that's where he believes the love of his life to be. And so the premise of that work was that if you're ready for the experience, it will already be in your present experience. And if it's not in your present experience, it's because you are not ready emotionally, or maybe in other ways, but this specifically was emotional. So he was aligning more fully with the experience of being in Seattle by emotionally digging a little bit deeper to be honest with himself about what it was he wanted. You are digging a little bit deeper to be honest with yourself about what it is you want. There's the Hermit here, which I think is really interesting because you have the Ten of Pentacles there. So, what is it that you want, Scorpio? If you are to sit with the emotions, the feeling space of this virtual layering of perceptions onto the external world that you are processing as it comes in, what is it that you emotionally want? I apologize for the noise in the background if it was distracting. It's my washer. Strength. Ooh, okay. I like that there are two infinity symbols here, in the Magician and in Strength. To me, that indicates that you are like directly manifesting this experience. Boom, boom. Strength. I'm actually being drawn. I don't always get this, but I'm being drawn to read this card direct, like exactly what it says, exactly what it means. Apologies for the washer. Power, energy, action, courage, magnanimity. Around what? I am curious. Around what? What kind of power? What kind of energy? Around work? Or over your emotional like grief? Oh, and in your soul connections with others. You want to feel whole enough and stable enough in yourself to be able to connect with others in a way where like your emotional baggage isn't like interfering with how you view them. You want to be able to see people clearly by clearing out your emotional stuff. Okay, well, why? Judgment at the bottom, the high priestess reverse. There's something here where you feel like trusting your intuition hasn't served you because your intuition has been aligned with an emotional like safety net that was never really safe to begin with. There's an illusion of safety in this net because it's the one that you came from. It's almost like if a fisherman caught a fish when it was young and returned it back to the lake, and the fish had this sort of peak experience of like existential awareness in being pulled from the water that it feels like it has never been able to match since. And so the fish desires to be caught by the fisherman again. That's a really interesting thing to come up. That's a really interesting image for me. Like this fish almost wants like what's not good for it because it's just such a transcendental experience. Why did that come up? Judgment. I love the judgment card because this indicates stepping into a new life. I'm covering the naked people. There's also only one female on this card. Oh no, there are two. There's two. And there's a kid in the middle. There's a man and a woman on either side, and there's a child on the middle in the middle. And I can't really show you because they're all nudie duties. But there's a child between the men and the women here. And I think the judgment angel is Archangel Gabriel. Um, sorry, I hit the mic. Sounding the horn. The role of sound here, sound judgment, is interesting to me as well because, again, you're casting spells with the power of your words. Your power you want stability and mastery in your workplace. You want to be in a flow state in what it is that you are doing. 8-8 um 888 might be standing out to you. You have the infinity symbol twice and then 2 8s here. Also 3 10s. So 8, 10, and 30. The moon reversed. Any illusions that you are under are being dispelled. Any intuitive nudges or hints that you were getting that were being influenced by negative emotions are also being dispelled. You're going to be able to make a clear judgment call. What is this 2 of Cups? 3 of Cups reversed. The Emperor. Page of Wands reversed. Interesting. If you or somebody you've been dealing with was in a third party connection, they aren't anymore. they've been mastering their impulses, their material world, their left brain ability to, I'm hearing, dominate their impulses. Like, that's interesting. Dominate. Um, wrestle with them. I'm seeing the Ram Aries here. Maybe you're dealing with an Aries or something happened in Aries season, eclipse season. We have the lunar eclipse coming up. So if any like projection has been occurring in a connection with another person, that might be being cleared up as well. This reversal of manifestation can also be a projection wherein you were dealing with somebody else's energy, and conflating it with your own. And if you're a highly sensitive person or a medium, or you're into tarot or you're spiritual, I mean, you don't have to be any of those things, but we can, pick up on other people's energy and sometimes absorb it, especially if we're not doing the work to like clear our energy bodies, to notice and recognize our energy bodies, and to work with that energy. The Page of Wands reverse talks about a lack of inspiration or holding back from starting something new. Why? Queen of Wands reversed. Seven of Pentacles reversed. The word extortion comes to mind with this. The Queen of Wands reversed is somebody who is vainglorious. She's beautiful, but she is manipulative and uses her looks to get things from other people. Seven of Pentacles, especially money. You may have been extorted in the past, and you may have gotten into a situation where you were able to master this, the emotions associated with this. If this isn't you, it might have been somebody else. The Seven of Pentacles reverse also talks about with the Queen of Wands reverse and the Page of Wands reverse. And the two, somebody not wanting to have kids or not being ready to have kids. Page of Wands reversed. Queen of Wands reversed. Interesting. Is this you or someone else? The Emperor. Knight of Swords reversed. Someone else? It's someone else who hasn't told you something. Why? I think they're going to. The moon is reversed, maybe as the eclipse nears. And it's literally like they are hesitant to start something new because maybe somebody used them for their money in the past. I don't know. Ten of Swords reversed. Yeah, they're having to overcome their own like fear of betrayal. And you, if this person is in your experience, I mean, this is also probably something you are dealing with. 10, 10, 10, 10. Like, you're mirroring each other. You also have the Wheel of Fortune reversed at the center of this read. It's just really interesting. Go into hermit mode. The 9 here indicates like spiritual completion, and the Magician is right underneath it. 9 plus 1 is 10. I feel like this is the combination of like energies that's going to close out whatever this, I almost get like a milieu, like a spiral. What is that? In the water. I cannot remember what it's called. A whirlpool? Yeah, a whirlpool. Like almost draining. It's draining. It's been draining you. And this person. So what do you do? Advice, please, Spirit? What kind of advice do we have for Scorpio? Eight of Wands reverse. Ooh, okay. If you are trying to move towards this person or trying to send messages to this person, um, or even receive messages or downloads from your guides, you're being encouraged to stay grounded and focused on the 3D right now. Interesting. That is not the usual thing that comes through for my Scorpio collective. Usually it's like, woo, let's connect with our guides and our spirit. And that's great. I think that you've maybe just been there for a while and it's time to really get grounded. King of Swords, see things logically, look things head on. You are seeing things clearly. You are stepping into a new life. You may be feeling very vulnerable. All these people on the judgment cards are naked and they're stepping out of a coffin. It's not like they have anything to go with them into this new life. It's just them and their spirit and their energy and their power. Put your energy and your power into what is very clearly defined as good for you right now. Self-love is like the cornerstone of the expansion of love, like in the spiral of our lives. I'm hearing that Tool song, Spiral Out. Page of Swords, learn something new. Maybe you're in school, maybe you want to learn something new, maybe you want to take a class, maybe you just want to get out of this metaphorical accounting job. Yeah, Ace of Cups. You need a new emotional beginning. Maybe you learn something new emotionally, go to therapy, or do some shadow work, like buy that shadow work book that's like viral on TikTok or something. Just something to like jumpstart your emotional energy, because your emotional energy has been stagnating in like the draining whirlpool of your past existence, and that's not coming with you, which is good. You don't want that. It was not good for you. And you don't want it draining the beauty of your present either. So work under the assumption, work Eight of Pentacles, Strength card. Work under the assumption that you are already in your Ten of Pentacles. Today, right now, as I speak, I am in my Ten of Pentacles. I am happy, I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am loved, I love in return. That's it. That's this Emperor energy. That's this Judgment energy, this King of Swords. This is your divine masculine energy, your left brain, influencing the unwieldy energy of your deep and powerful emotions, Scorpio, and your incredible intuition, and influencing it in a way that it can be effective in the 3D reality. So you just, I think, maybe got to a point where you were a little overly trusting in the divine feminine. The King or the Queen of Wands, Page of Wands reverse. That could be all that this Queen of Wands represents as well. Like, it doesn't have to be some vainglorious person. This could be I don't know, the ending of your hot girl summer, essentially, where you're like, yeah, okay, that was cool, but now it's kind of time to get down to some form of business. Temper that fire with steel and earth, like earth and air. Mm, new emotional beginning. I like this Ace of Cups after whatever this clarity and new learning is. It could be like clear communication with somebody else as well. Ten of Wands. Two Swords reversed. Six of Pentacles. Okay. The Ten of Wands here tells me that if you've been dealing with someone else, they may be feeling burdened by the situation energetically. Like, it's requiring a lot of energy for them. And it may be requiring a lot of energy for you. And I don't see that as a bad thing, because the Ten of Wands talks about picking up energy and establishing the boundaries around what matters to us. This guy is going to build a fence. So he's gone and like picked up all of these wands and he's going to like build a fence around his community, which is in the background. He's doing this willingly and he's doing it for the people that matter to him. Ten of Pentacles. I saw a billboard today that said save the ones you love. So I don't know, whoever is around you, you are loved and you love them. And it doesn't have to be romantic. It can most certainly be your family, your friends, and it most likely is all of the above. And I think Two of Swords reversed, it's almost like you're overcoming some sort of dualist thinking as well, like black and white thinking. Like there's no more black and white thinking here. Like you're willing to accept that there are some places where boundaries are formless and yet to be established or even explored. And this could be in expelling these old stagnant energies from your history and transmuting them into something functional in your present, that new boundaries are becoming extant. All right, Scorpios, I don't have a whole lot longer. I like this reading a lot for you. I think that it's nice, like tempered energy. A lot of the times I get into Scorpio readings and they're just like, we are fully in the 5D, communicating with spirits and expelling demons and stuff. This is like safe, happy, this is safe shadow work done in a happy place with lots of support behind you. And you may not feel good about it because it's shadow work, right? Shadow work is you're diving in to the emotional gunk and it's icky, but you have a lot of beautiful support around you. So a few more. I don't know why I reached for this deck, but here it is. Oh, look at that. Temperance. Who knew? Temperance, Five of Pentacles reversed, Eight of Wands reversed again, Ace of Pentacles reversed, and the Nine of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles reversed. Okay. You're worried about not getting back in a situation what you're giving to it, but this is not your past. And do not speak that into existence. You know that whatever you're speaking into existence now, it's no longer coming from your grief. Your grief has been transmuted into gratitude for the present moment, for all the beautiful little things that you have. Grief is a wonderful way of opening ourselves to the gift of the present moment. And if you're feeling substantial grief, I feel like you are getting to the other side of it through this intentional gratitude for the Ten of Pentacles that's around you, as well as through intentional formulation of thought patterns that are actually helpful for you. Ace of Pentacles reversed. This may mean while you're focused on what's real, what's right in front of you, facing things head on, and you're in your material reality, your material reality may look a bit upside down at the moment. And this is the universe offering you the inverse of an experience so that you can experience this law of opposites. I was talking to somebody yesterday about how what we see in terms of light, in terms of the spectrum of light, is what's being reflected back off of an object, right? An object absorbs the light that's coming into it and reflects back what goes into our eyes. So we see the inverse of what's in front of us. This is kind of like that. The experience is right here. You're on top of it. But you're inverted. I don't know why nobody told you how to unfold your love. Yeah, my guitar gently weeps. I love that song. Maybe you gotta listen to the lyrics of that song. I look at the world. You might be a little jaded. And I notice it turning. Whatever you're in, notice that this is a learning experience for you to be able to observe this law of, it's like a natural law. Wherever there is a circumstance present, there is also the potential for its inversion. And you stand at the precipice of the choice to view the circumstance within a set of boundaries that are created by your internal narrative, which is also created by those layers of like subconscious perceptions. And it's your sort of space right now that you're in to be able to temper the, I think, heightened awareness of all of these influences on your present moment. I feel like for me, this experience has been pretty heavy, and it's like you're stepping into such greater awareness of your capabilities to influence your reality, your material world, to be present in like beauty and joy and manifestation. I mean, there's definitely like opposing spiritual forces that would pressurize you into either collapsing or further transmuting, and you are further transmuting, and it's beautiful. You have a lot of strength. The infinity symbol over the strength card, I'm hearing like a perpetual motion machine. What you put out there is being set into some sort of perpetual motion. Anything else for Scorpios to close this reading out? I want to stay longer, but I need to go. The Hanged Man. Okay. The Four of Wands. And the Ten of Cups. The King of Pentacles. Okay. And the Star. And the Ace of Swords. I love this. And now you have the Eight of Wands upright with the Emperor again. Yes. This is with grief. Five of Pentacles at the bottom. Being left out in the cold. This is you transmuting the King of Pentacles reverse that we had in the first pull through your wisdom, your spiritual wisdom, for one, also sitting with it, whatever it is, sitting with it. You don't have to talk about it, you don't have to act on it, you don't have to materialize it, just sit with it, observe, and let it pass. The Four of Wands is that 1111 doorway card. Let it pass through this like tent of safety, like dance with the flow, right? With your company, your friends. The Ten of Cups is joy, friendship, laughter, love, and music again is coming through. Like what we say, right? What we speak into existence, what we sing into existence, how we act, what we believe. This is like a song, it's a vibration that creates manifestations in our physical reality. And you're really tuning in with like the song of these emotional and mental energies sort of playing over the physicality of your existence and learning not to identify with each and every one. You just let it pass through. You're highly sensitive. Whoever I'm talking to, you're especially sensitive. And you may have been identifying with other people's emotions. That's it. Like, even ambient like radio waves doesn't have to be other people's emotions. It could be some, you know, wave of like televised violence that is on its way from the point of generation to the point of reception, moving through you. You know, it doesn't even have to have like materiality. It can be like almost spectral. The King of Pentacles, though, is you being very, very aware of what is material for you and how to ground it. I love the King of Pentacles because he's loyal, firstly, to himself, also, like, very, very important. You need to choose what is best for you, but also his heart is open and you have loyal friends around you. The Star is wish fulfillment, especially after grief, especially after this transmutation process. The Ace of Swords is clarity. about what you are creating again in that spiral. That spiral is coming to mind. Maybe spiraling out. Spiral, what is that? Spiral out. Keep going. Spiral out. Is it Lateralis by Tool? I think that's the one. Eight of Wands is messages. This is also divine messages. So you are receiving messages from your guides, and I think you maybe needed to establish which guides you were listening to, what your belief was in yourself, and how you manifest as a conduit here for energies on Earth. The Emperor, you're super grounded, you're super aware, you're influenced by the divine feminine, um, and your divine masculine protects her. I love this. This is stability. This is stability in like the four corners of your soul. It's not just your physicality. It's like you are stabilizing. I'm here. I'm feeling like sediment that comes to the bottom of like a clear glass of water, right? Like a all the mud falls to the bottom and you're still, and now the lotus can grow up through the clear water. And this Five of Pentacles with the Death, Rebirth, and the Empress at the bottom. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. So the Five of Pentacles is like you appreciate the lack, the difficulty, the strain, the all the things that have passed, all the people perhaps who have passed, what you've had to leave behind, because it's brought you to this balance of the divine feminine and the divine masculine, the Empress and the Emperor. Death to confirm the wish fulfillment, Ace of Swords. You know, I think that your challenge here, Scorpio, is just to be with it. The Hanged Man. Just be with it. Move through this gateway into your happiness. The light comes in where the cracks are, right? So let those pieces of you sort of fall apart a little bit, because those boundaries need to be reestablished as you come into this new version of yourself. You're letting your exoskeleton molt and you're regrowing into a bigger, better version. I hope this was helpful to you. And again, if you want to enter to win a free reading on 9/19, you can put free reading in the comments of this video or any other video. Thank you again for your patience, everybody. I love reading for you all. I will see you soon. Bye.